On Tuesday, Nigeria's Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, said it was its foundations that shared 200 Mercedes and Toyota SUVs to long-term workers of the NGOs and not officials of the All Progressives Congress (APC) in Kebbi. In an interactive session with journalists on Tuesday in Benin, Kebbi, Mr. Malami claimed that the expensive vehicles were distributed by Kadi Malami and Kadimia for Justice and Development Initiative, non-governmental organizations he had been associated with over the years. Can you imagine? It is your, what is it called? It's NGO. That is what he's telling us. It was your NGO. Who was the NGO? Is it not you? Okay, now I will tell you that maybe people donated in that regard. Where are the people? Who are the people who donated? Because we are we are not in a sane environment, because everyone donating their source of income will be made known. Okay. As a person with some associates, neither I nor a friend of mine shared any vehicle to any delegates across the state, explained Mr. Malami. Let me state categorically that some of the foundations as a Kadi Malami and Kadimia for Justice and Development Initiative I am associated with over time have workers who have demonstrated a greater capacity in the development of the state. However, checks by People's Gazette show that the minister founded Kadi Malami and Kadimia for Justice and Development Initiative. According to Mr. Malami, supporters of his NGOs distributed the vehicles to long-term workers in the foundation. In appreciation of what the workers of the associations have been doing in the state and beyond, the supporters of the associations collectively and individually decided to solicit for support from well-meaning Nigerians that have been supporting the NGOs in order to reward those that have been manning the affairs of the NGOs, he disclosed. Although Mr. Malami admitted he had an interactive section with APC stakeholders some days before the vehicles were distributed, he said it was not connected to the distribution of the vehicles. He said, I know I had an interactive sessions with the APC stakeholders some days ago and had accepted calls from Kebbi people to run for the state governorship. The meeting was not for distribution of vehicles to any APC stakeholders, he maintained. None of the APC stakeholders or delegates in Kebbi State was given any vehicle by me, and I have not donated any vehicle to any delegates. Meanwhile, the minister claimed he faced many attacks after the vehicles were shared to the beneficiaries. At this moment, I have experienced a barrage of attacks left, right, and center. Some are local and other internationals. An attack that has to do with an allegation that I shared my expensive or many expensive cars to delegates of APC, the two journalists. The Gazette had reported that the 200 vehicles comprised 60 Toyota Prado SUVs, 65 Toyota RAV4 SUVs, 35 Mercedes-Benz GLK 350 SUVs, and 40 Lexus LX SUVs, according to a Kebbi politician. Allow me clap for yourself. Oh, Nigerians, Nigerians will just accept. Oh, it is true. Yeah. Yeah, you can imagine. The man is not even, he doesn't know what is happening. They just want to rope the man in. It is NGO that is associated with. He didn't share anything to anybody. Okay, Nigerians, go and sleep. So just move on. He didn't share, he didn't share. Of course, he's not going to come and tell us that he shared in the first place now. And those cars are new cars. You're not going to go and solicit. So you want to tell me now that the work, even the car that they rewarded the people according to him, is even more than the benefits that people have gotten from them as regards to the NGO. Okay, what is the difference between you and your NGO? He who owns the slave owns the property. You should be questioned. Simple. Listen to yourself talk. Your NGO distributed 20 vehicles. To who? For what? What is the aim and objective of your NGO? every Nigerian must own a car by 2026? How did your NGO come about the money to purchase the vehicles? How much do you earn as a public servant, Oga? You are not talking to fools. Kebbi State is another obscure state in the north that is so unlucky to have questionable characters as governors, yet nobody asks. Just as it's obscured no visible development to date. Remember the federal government girls college kidnapped months ago that the kidnappers boasted they would marry them out. So it has been till today. So it has us been today. The present governor go about settling issues in APC in all over Nigeria, and Malami could not procure technological materials to help locate the guests to date. But Malami has or no a NGO, it has an NGO that is so rich. Another jinxed governor loading Kebbi State people come out to remove the religious scales off your eyes and stop the hunger for tokens. Mr. SAN, what are the aims and objectives of your NGO? I think that the essence law says that such NGOs should make the sources of their fund public. Over to you, EFCC. Nigeria has been looted beyond redemption. What is this man saying now? Chai, they don't really take everybody for a fool for this country, sir. Earlier you said that you don't even share vehicles. Now it's your non-governmental organization. Next it will be your grandfather. Just like this other woman was telling us, it was a gift from her mother and her friends, Jonathan's wife. They will say it now, whether it makes sense to you. It's none of their business. This is so funny. Even a child knows the truth. NGOs are one of the places politicians hide money. We all know this now. Abba, a whole SAN Malami can't even defend himself on this. What a shame. Your NGO, how did they amass such a wealth to share exotic cars? Thank God he didn't even deny that there was nothing, there was no car shared. And the NGOs no see poor people to give. Continue new governmental organization. And this response also came out from our supposed AGF, pitiable. It is no surprise then that when a nascent is heading, managing an organization ministry in Malami's issue here, things will definitely remain the same or worse. Yet, he perceives himself as an organization man. And believe me, this is just one of the many episodes stuck in line for us Nigerians. As usual, as one can predict, next week we unfold another wow package for us, while we are left with ourselves to finally it is Nigeria where dreams are uncommon to the senior men. They make the things work for themselves, where our dreams hardly comes through, and this too shall come to pass. Public officers sharing over 200 cars in this hard time, all in the name of contesting for governor. If you don't say it loud, you are heartless. Is 30 vehicles not 200, but now come his NGO are the ones sharing instead of political support group. Who found the NGO? Who is bankrolling the NGO? Political support group and NGO are the same. Can political support group registered as NGO? Someone please enlighten me. A political officer and certain NGO. What is he setting NGO for? What kind of NGO will share expensive cars like you do? How many people have the called NGO Empower, the so-called NGO Empower? What I'm even saying is that what they have given to, according to him, what they have given to the people is even more than the work that the NGO has done. They know that they can tell Nigerians called campus stories and that will end it.